love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
I'm drank up and I'm banked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm drank up and I'm danked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it, you elevate it.
I came over, I ain't sober, I'm still drunk, that's hangover. Might run it back when this page over. You the best thing I done slaved over. Gon' arch you back and been way over. It's overdue for that understressing. Over him, now you underdressing. Call me up and I come finessing. Like, ooh, we shot it, what it do, what it don't. Baby, you a queen, you can move how you want. You was rocking with me when I couldn't stay afloat. They ain't never saying nothing wavy to a boat. Like, eyes up, look at me, now I'm the captain. Brought the camera, time for action. Split the legs just like a fraction. Tuck the napkin, time for snacking. You a mother meal. Tell me that it's mine, baby, tell me that it's real. Hit it to the max, well, tell me how it feel. It's gonna be a minute, cause I'm in it for the thrill. Make her feel like heaven, she gon' put me in the wheel. And willingly, I wanna do anything she wanna do. I ain't even wanna boo, but this is what the karma do. It's hard to be apart from you, cause ooh, I
love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
I'm drank up and I'm danked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm drank up and I'm danked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it, you elevate it, you.
twisted around your finger like a piece of string. I'm winded, chasing after your ghost is real exhausting. I'm in love, but I don't think it's what I thought it was supposed to be. Love story, no guts and no glory. How did I get so dizzy thinking of you? I don't usually get like this. It's something about you I miss. Could it be we never had that kiss? Well, I don't usually get like this. 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 Reminded of how I met you, tried to catch you falling. Instead I fell off myself and I just can't stop falling. These wings are gonna flap for me if I keep waiting. Keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting. How did I get so dizzy thinking of you? I don't usually get like this. I don't get like it's something about you I miss. Could it be we never had that kiss? I just wanna kiss you. Well, I don't usually get like this. Get like this. Get like this. No. Loves me not. This bouquet is all I got. I'm dreaming, or could it be a future for you and me? She loves me, I know it's true. Or maybe I'm the fool for you. I don't usually get like this. It's something about you I miss. Could it be we never had that kiss? Yeah, I don't usually get like this. Get like this. Oh, get like this. No, get like this.
Feel like falling deeper. Cold nights 난 너무 싫어. 기다리기에는 너무 길어. 줬던 내 사랑이 식어. 기대만 하는 것도 난 힘들어. No, I can't, just can't. 가져 내 맘을, 놔줘 내 가슴을 다 바쳐 사랑하기엔 내 자신이 너무 걱정돼. 바보 같은 생각이야. 알아 멍청해. 상상만으로도 좋은 상상만으로도 힘든 이중적인 면을 가지고 있어. 사랑이라는 거. Oh yeah. Baby, can't you come with me? Can't you hold my hand? 가는 방향이 어딘지 서로 궁금해져 버려 애써 맘 졸여 하늘만 보면서 언제쯤 알게 될까 너도 나와 같은 생각을 하고 있을까 한참을 멍하니 보다 보니 살짝 어두워진 색깔 불그스름한 노을의 때깔 상상만으로도 좋은 상상만으로도 힘든 이중적인 면을 가지
You broke my heart a million times.
Mic check 1 2. All right, we good to
Can't
go.
count the times I made you cry. Oh, we're such a mess now, and we're burning out. I get so sad at the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. I can't bear the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. You're still perfect as the day goes by. Even the worst ones hate, they make me smile. I stop the world if it would give us time, yeah, to work things out, to work things out, to work things out, to work things out, yeah, yeah, to work things out, to work things out. Oh, yeah, to work things out, to work things out. Can we be honest? You're my comfort zone. Whatever I say, don't let me go. I know you're angry, babe, and I am cold. I get so sad at the thought of losing. I can't bear the thought of losing you. I'm losing you. You're still perfect as the day goes by. Even the worst ones hate, they make me smile. I stop the world if it would give us time, yeah, to work things out, to
Hey,
work
we
things
up.
out. To work things out, to work things out, yeah, yeah, to work things out, to work things out.
Come on.
Oh, yeah, to work things out, 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 to work things out.
All right. Hold on, y'all. Welcome to another chapter of Rich People Read, where we read a book a month to instruct you in the ways of the successful through the power of reading. Audio levels look good. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, join the army. You can join the army two ways. One, right here on my YouTube channel. It is going to make you a soldier, or you can become an officer over at the srarmy.com. srarmy.com. That stands for Shannon Rawls. Army.com. I appreciate you guys being here. We are continuing the art of war. This is Rich People Read. Rich People Read is a live book club. For those that don't know, we are a live book club, and we read a book a month on two different topics. One is entrepreneurship, the other is relationships, and we flip-flop each month on which topic we read. This month, we're talking about entrepreneurship, and we're reading a book called The Art of War. Now, this is more of a hybrid because the art of war can be used in entrepreneurship or relationships. Basically, life is a war, and you're you're having all types of battles every day. And reading this book and understanding the tenets and the things that it's teaching you, you can utilize to make sure that you win every battle that you are faced. Maybe you're going through a relationship issue, art of war. Maybe you're going through something at work, with your job, maybe competing against a coworker to get a position at your job, art of war. Maybe you guys are entrepreneurs and you have a partner, and your partner wants to do one thing versus something else, art of war. Basically, everything that goes on in your life, you should understand the art of war, and you can utilize these things to make sure that you come out victorious. I'm glad you guys are here. We are on chapter we are on chapter 7, maneuvering today. For those that never heard of the art of war, it is a book that was written by the general Sun Tzu of the Emperor's army thousands of years ago. And many military commanders have used this book. I would imagine that possibly all military commanders have read this book and utilized its teachings to be able to be victorious on the battlefield. Well, I want you guys to read it so you could be victorious in life. It explores the 5 fundamental factors: the way, seasons, terrain, leadership, and management, and 7 elements that determine the outcomes of military engagements. By thinking, assessing, and comparing these points, a commander can calculate his chances of victory. Habitual deviation from these calculations will ensure failure through improper action. The text stresses that war is a very grave matter for the state and must not be commenced without due consideration. The premise of the art of war is that it should be avoided with diplomacy. If it cannot be avoided, it should be fought strategically and psychologically to minimize damage and the wasting of resources. Warfare should only be a last resort, and heading into battle with anyone or anything that you're dealing with is already admitting a kind of defeat. The fact that you have to battle and fight things in life is already admitting a kind of defeat. I want everybody that's here live to go ahead and hit the thumbs up on the video. That's number 1. And number 2, I want you to please type salute in the chat. If you type the word salute in the chat, it will automatically enter you into the live contest. We do a live contest every time we go. And I do a giveaway. Basically, the computer does an automatic giveaway, and you get a gift card to ShannonRawls.com to buy anything that you want on the website. And I'll ship it to you, no problem. All right, let's move over to our read screen. Let's knock out this chapter. Now, the way he wrote this book, or the way this book is actually being laid out, is point by point by point. It's not comprehensive paragraphs as we're normally used to in a book. So he's pointing out these different points that all commanders should know. And I talk about a little bit, like I'll read a point and then maybe I'll kind of like juxtapose that to something that's going on in life or some way that you can kind of relate to what he's talking about. Other than that, I'm just going to read these points and get right through it. So everybody put on your headphones, turn your volumes up, put your earbuds in. Remember, reading or listening to me read you a book is no different than you reading the book yourself. Only difference is I'm a little bit more animated. I make things a little bit more exciting than just reading like a regular audio book, But nevertheless, whether you read something yourself, with your eyes on the pages, or you allow somebody to read it for you, you still read that book. So I'm glad you guys are here. Let's jump right into it. The Art of War, Chapter 7, Maneuvering. Number 1, Sun Tzu said, in war, the general receives his commands from the sovereign. Number 2, having collected an army and concentrated his forces, he must blend and harmonize the different elements, before pitching his camp. Number 3, after that comes tactical maneuvering, which there is nothing more difficult. The difficulty of tactical maneuvering consists in turning the devious into the direct and misfortune into gain. Number 4, thus, to take long and circuitous to take a long and circuitous route, after enticing the enemy out of the way, and though starting after him, to contrive to receive the goal before him shows knowledge of the art of deviation. What's happening, Charlotte? Oh, what up, Jason? I told you, Jason, I texted you. I told you I was going to call. That's probably why you're here, because I texted you. You got my text message. I told you I'm going to call you as soon as this is over. What up, Dub Will? Appreciate you. Jason, type salute in the chat. It's part of what I want to talk to you about. All right, and let's move to number 5. I'm going to get through this. It's only 37 points today. Yeah, 37 points, so we're going to be done, and I'll have this one in the can. Number 5, maneuvering with an army is advantageous. With an undisciplined multitude, most dangerous. Number 6, if you set a fully equipped army in march in order to snatch an advantage, the chances are that you will be too late. Let me read that again. If you set a fully equipped army in march in order to snatch an advantage, the chances are that you will be too late. On the other hand, to detach a flying column for the purpose involves the sacrifice of its baggage and stores. I think it's basically saying, don't send all the shit that you got. Don't send your entire forces just to snatch an advantage. Instead, send a regiment, not the entire army. Just send a regiment out to do that, and you'll fare better if you did that. Number 7, thus, in order, not salute. You got it. The system is looking for you to type it out, Jason. You got to type salute. Anyways, thus in order. No, I'm sorry. Number 7, thus, if you order your men to roll up their buff coats and make forced marches without halting day or night, if you force your people to work too hard, covering double the usual distance at a stretch, doing 100 li, which is a mile, in order to, or a kilometer rather, doing 100 kilometers in order to wrest an advantage, the leaders of all your 3 divisions will fall into the hands of the enemy. If you work people too hard, this is really for the entrepreneurs who have employees like me. If you work your people too hard trying to get double work out of them, at the end, they're going to be too exhausted to win the war. Number 8, the stronger men will be in front. The jaded ones will fall behind. And on this plan, only 1/10 of your army will reach its destination. If you work people too hard, you're only going to get 1/10 of the shit done. You're only going to get 1/10 of it done. All right. Number 9, if you march 50 kilometers in order to outmaneuver the enemy, you will lose the leader of your first division and only half your force will reach the goal. However, if you march 30 kilometers with the same object, 2/3 of your army will arrive. We will make it then that an army without its baggage train is lost. Without provisions, it is lost. If you lose your cooks, if you lose your support, if you lose the people that's necessary, the support division, right? I think that's in the Army, in the United States Army, we call that S4. If you lose your S4 because they may not be as strong as S1, they may not be as strong as the infantry, they may not be as strong as your leadership, which is in the S1, then what good is it? What good is a strong guy if he can't eat or drink? Okay. We cannot enter into alliances until we are acquainted with the designs of our neighbors. That's number 12. Number 13, we are not fit to lead an army on the march unless we are familiar with the face of the country. We are not fit to lead an army on the march unless we are familiar with where we're going. It's mountains and forests. It's pitfalls and precipices. It's marshes and swamps. I mean, that's how, sidebar. Think about the war in Iraq. Not Iraq, Afghanistan. The reason we got our butts whooped in a lot of the skirmishes and the battles that happened in Afghanistan is because we didn't know the terrain. That's how Osama bin Laden was able to get away with a lot of stuff, because he knew the terrain. They understood those mountains. But our army, our forces, when they got to Afghanistan, they didn't understand none of that. And we got our butts whooped a lot of times because we were fighting in terrain that we did not understand. Do not engage in a land to fight a war where you don't understand where the hell you're going. Okay. Number 14, we shall be unable to turn natural advantage to account unless we make use of local guides. Now, the Army is good for that. We're good for getting translators and people that live in the land to work for us. We give them, now they what happens to them afterwards, I've heard some stories, but we are good for hiring the locals to help us out. Number 15, in war, practice dissimulation and you will succeed. Number 16, whether to concentrate or divide your troops must be decided by circumstances. Okay, it depends on what's going on before you split everybody up. Number 17, let your rapidity be that of the wind, your compactness that of the forest. Number 18, in raiding and plundering be like fire, immovability like a mountain. Number 19, let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Number 20, when you plunder a countryside, let the spoil be divided amongst your men. When you capture new territory, cut it up into allotments for the benefits of the soldiery, meaning share the wealth. Sidebar. If you guys are going through it with somebody right now in life, if you're dealing with something, like my man, the Charlotte agent, he's a real estate agent. So he deals with other real estate agents. He does. He deals with other brokers. He deals with, just various people, appraisal, the appraisers of property. Can you imagine in a situation where you're in a war of trying to get a home? You're trying to buy a house. That's a war. This is the whole purpose of this book, Art of War. You're trying to buy a house and you're dealing with other agents and you're dealing with brokers and all of that. And at the end you win and you want to keep all the money to yourself. You want to keep, you worked out a deal with the bank and all this and you were able to negotiate something and you just kept all the extra money. That's not good. The next fight that you get into trying to buy a house or deal with something like that, they're not going to take care of you the way they took care of you the first time, unless you share the spoils. Unless you share the spoils. Exactly, Charlotte. There you go. Type the whole word salute. It'll put you in. Oh, hey, Princessa. How are you, love? It's been a while. Haven't seen you. You got to take care of everybody. Can you imagine those real estate agents who use other real estate agents' resources, use this other banker resources, use this other broker's information, worked a few appraisers to get the price at a certain, did all these extra things. And then when the check comes, they kept all the money. They ain't share nothing. In fact, I don't think you can do that. But even if they could, would you want to? Because the next time around, if you don't share it, they're going to be like, oh, I remember that last deal we did. You made $15,000 on that deal. And you only got the deal done. You only won that war because I gave you a piece of information that you didn't know prior. You're not going to take care of that person. You're not going to give them $3,000. You're not going to give them $1,500. You're not going to give them 10% of the spoils. That's crazy. So let's continue. Number 21, ponder and deliberate before you make a move. Number 22, he will conquer who has learned the artifice of deviation. Such is the art of maneuvering. Number 23, the book of army management says, on the field of battle, the spoken word does not carry far enough. Hence the institution of gongs and drums, nor can ordinary objects be seen clearly enough. Hence the institution of banners and flags. Number 24, gongs and drums, banners and flags are means whereby the ears and eyes of the host may be focused on one particular point. Number 25, the host thus forming a single united body, is it impossible either for the brave to advance alone or for the cowardly to retreat alone? This is the art of handling large masses of men. Number 26, in night fighting, when you're fighting at night, then make much use of signal flares and drums. And in fighting by day, flags and banners so they can see you as a means of influencing the ears and eyes of your army. Basically, your soldiers need to know that you're still in the fight. People need to know that you're still active, that shit is still popping off. If you fighting at night and y'all are in a battle, they need to hear it because they can't see it. And if you're fighting in the daytime, they need to see it. They need to see those flags, that our flag was still there. That's the part of the Star Spangled Banner. You know, bombs bursting in air, and let them know that the flags were still there. That's important, ladies and gentlemen. Number 27, a whole army may be robbed of its spirit. A commander-in-chief may be robbed of his presence of mind. Number 28, now a soldier's spirit is keenest in the morning. By noonday, it has begun to flag, and in the evening, his mind is bent only on returning to camp. By the end of the day, he's ready to go to sleep. Number 29, a clever general, therefore, if you are a clever person in charge, avoids an army when its spirit is keen, but attacks when it is sluggish and inclined to return. This is the art of studying moods. Number 30, disciplined and calm. To await the appearance of disorder and hubbub amongst the enemy, this is the art of retaining self-possession. Number 31, to be near the goal while the enemy is still far from it. To be near the goal while the enemy is still far from it. To wait at ease while the enemy is toiling and struggling. To be well fed while the enemy is famished. This is the art of husbanding one's strength. Number 32, to refrain from intercepting an enemy whose banners are in perfect order. To refrain from attacking an army drawn up in calm and confident array. This is the art of studying circumstances. Number 33, it is a military axiom not to advance uphill against the enemy. We all know that, right? The advantage is on whoever has an elevated position, nor to oppose him when he comes downhill, right? So if you are in a battle and somebody has an elevated position, they have the advantage. And we all know in the military, at least, so let you guys know, when anybody's on a rooftop, when anybody's on top of a hill or a berm, you do not advance and go up the hill. You just don't want to do that. You just pick you off. Tick, 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 tick. The alternative is, if you're down low, you wait for them to come rushing down the hill right into your arms. Okay? Number 34, do not pursue an enemy who simulates flight. Do not attack soldiers whose temper is keen. Number 35, do not swallow bait offered by the enemy. Do not interfere with an army that is returning home. Number 36, when you surround an army, I wonder why let me go back to 35. Do not swallow bait offered by the enemy. That's obvious, right? Don't eat the enemy's food. You know, don't eat the spaghetti, fellas. Hey, Miss Carrington. What up, Red Lion? But that last part, do not interfere with an army that is returning home. So say, for instance, you're in a battle, if somebody wants to give up or they're done or they're retreating, do you intercept them when they're heading home? I would imagine the reason why he said that is because if you interfere with an army that is returning home and they know, you talk about men who's getting ready to go see their wives and children, who's going home to relax in their countryside, in their own home. If you're going through it with somebody and they're basically saying, I want to give up, do you attack anyway? If you're in court with somebody and they're saying, you know what, let's just go ahead and I don't want to go through this process. I don't want to go through court. I don't want to go through litigation. I just want to go ahead. Do you say, no, fuck that? And you just want to attack anyway? Because now what you might do is, if you attack a soldier that's heading home, he got more reason to fight then than ever. At least when he doesn't know that he's going home, he may not be that keen to battle with you on the battlefield, but if he knows he's heading home and he sees you coming to attack him anyway, and he knows that if he loses, then he'll never get home for sure. Shit. That's a whole nother set of motivation for a soldier. I remember when I was deployed, my second deployment, going home was everything. Going home was everything. We didn't want to shake up nothing. We didn't want to bother nobody. We didn't want to mention nothing. We just wanted to get on that damn plane. In fact, there was a boat. There was a U.S. naval ship heading out of Mogadishu. We were trying to get on the goddamn boat. They were like, no, there's no room on the boat. You got to take a flight home. We didn't give a fuck how we got home. And if somebody was to try to stop us from going home, they would have caught hell. If somebody would have tried to stop me from going home in 1994, they would have caught hell. I can tell you that right now. So I guess that's what he means by do not interfere with an army that is returning home. Number 36, when you surround an army, leave an outlet free. Do not press a desperate foe too hard. When surrounding somebody, leave an outlet for them. Leave them a way to fucking retreat and get away and call it quits. If you're going through it with somebody, give them an opportunity to say, I'm not fucking with you. Give them a chance. Say, hey, you're surrounded. You can't go left. You can't go right. You can't come forward. But I'm leaving you a little corner, a little slither of light to get away if you want to quit. Do not interfere with an army that is returning home, and do not press a desperate foe too hard. And last but not least for today, number 37, such is the art of warfare. On Monday, we will read Variation in Tactics. That one is, that's super short. Damn, 3 pages and it's done. Also only 14 points on Monday. So I want you guys to tap in. Let's switch back. I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to the channel, like this video, and join the army. Join my channel as a member right here on YouTube. It is 99 cents a month. The minimum level is 99 cents a month. You're saying, I fuck with you, Shan. I support you by helping with 99 cents a month. Please go to black-manosphere.org and join the Black Manosphere as a card-carrying member. Also, prepare to attend and meet us in September 8th in Atlanta this year for our 3rd Black Manosphere meetup. I appreciate each one of you guys for being here. We have a discussion over on my Facebook page. All you got to do is in your browser go to sidebar.shannonrawls.com. That'll take you straight to the Facebook page. My name is Mr. Shannon. Thank you for reading along with us. Remember, reading is the fastest way to expand your mind and your bank account. I appreciate you guys. Tune in next time to Rich People Read, and you, my friends, are dismissed.
Solo los 2 segundos que hay que detener. Porque si no siento tu voz o tu olor, te extraño y te quiero ver. Tanto me falta todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirar. Haces falta, bebé. Dime qué tengo que hacer pa' tenerte de una vez, pa' no poderte perder. Dulce, eres mi bombón. Te quiero melocotón. Por ti corro un maratón. Solo de la dirección. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor. Pa' mí no es suficiente. Yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión, somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta, todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirar. Tú tienes pinta de indicar. somos perfectos, es algo indiscutible. Mi estilo y tu estilo no están disponibles. Solo soy sensible cuando te tengo porque eres irresistible. Tus labios combinan con tus ojos, porque eres tan pretty que hasta yo de eso miento. Chica, necesito mis anteojos, quiero verte en noche hermosa de todos modos. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor. A mí no es suficiente, yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión. Somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta, todas esas noches tan soñadas, que me levantes a mirar. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Tanto me falta, todas esas noches tan soñadas, que me levantes a mirar. Tú tienes pinta de indicada.